Hey everybody, welcome back. Here's a quick look at the active watch from Samsung. This is the pink gold color watch they have. It comes available in a different variety of colors. It's now this is the aluminum version. So you'll have they come in aqua black, black and pink. Sorry, this would be considered the pink gold. And then they have a gold, cloud silver, and then they also have just a silver one too as well. So let's kind of take a look at it. If you guys were thinking about picking up one of these or actually have pre-ordered, this is kind of a nice little watch. It's a nice activity type of watch. I went ahead already. We've unboxed this, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys the build quality. It's much improved compared to the previous version. You actually don't get much in the box, as you can see here. There's not much going on in here, so that's all you get. And then of course you get the let me slide this out, just the little booklet instructions that come with it. So a quick start guide. So I'm not going to go into those, but I just kind of want to show you what comes in there. And then of course terms and condition information, and of course they come with the little rechargeable dock. So this is pretty nice. It's very nice and small and compact, as you can see here. But if you happen to have the charging dock for your Samsung watch or any of those, you should be able to charge this up with no issues at all. So but you can see here what it looks like. It's got a nice little round, and then it's got a little kind of cave indentation. The reason for that is you'll see here the watch, it's got little kind of like a bevel here, so they need that so that can sit in here like that. Other than that, it's just a long USB type C or A cable there at the other end. So let's move aside, and we'll put this over here, and then just kind of show you what the new Active 2 watch kind of consists of. Of course, it's going to come with these nice rubberized type silicone bands. It's very nice. It's nice and flexible, so it's going to be nice and comfortable to wear as you're doing any type of activity or any kind of just wear around the house or just going out. It's actually a nice band they have here. I like this kind of nice silicone type. If it's very soft and very usable. And around here, of course, if you can see here, it's got the nice color, which is kind of like a pinkish gold color, which is very nice. Hopefully you guys can see that. Here on this left hand side, it's got the opening for the speaker there. So as you come down here to the ear type loops here where the watch band goes in, it's nice and very nice, well built around it here. As you can see here, it's all one piece here, and it comes all the way around here. It's all smooth. The glass in there fits in there very nice and snuggy. There is no gaps or anything in there at all. As you can see here, it's very nice coming all the way around. Here's the buttons. Actually, they almost look like they're this one is kind of flush, which is pretty nice. It's got the nice little detail here, and it's clickable. Very nice. Feels very good to the touch and clicking, which is very nice. And there's a microphone on the right hand side. Depends on how you're looking at the watch. And up here it's got the back button here. It's a nice bigger back button, which is pretty nice because if you have your watch and you want to kind of like hit the back button, you won't be able to miss this at all. It's very easy to be able to hit the back button there quite easily there. So again, it comes to the top. Up here, it's I believe this is another microphone here in the top, so it's got a dual type of mics in here. If it's not that, I'll kind of put that in the show notes here so you guys can I'll kind of describe it. And also I'll put on the notes as well is kind of the same specs that the previous version had on the first active watch. It is running the dual core 1.5 gigahertz Exynos 9110 chipset, which is kind of what the predecessor was running. It's got 4 gigabytes of storage, 768 of RAM. So they haven't really improved that, but it's a very nice overall improvement. Now they do allow or do have a LTE model coming out as well. It's again very easy to take out the bands, the straps here for the watch. So if you guys purchase other bands, it'll be very easy for you to replace them, put them on there. It's always kind of tricky for me, but let's see how easy this would be to put this in here. Let's slide this out. Oops. Yeah, see, I'm always not that quick, but that's pretty quick, I guess. It's quicker than normal than I did. And as you can see here, the buckle itself is almost the same color as the it's just off a little bit. Probably the video might not be able to tell, but it's off a little bit from the finish of the bezel as well, from the watch itself. But it's pretty nice, nice little buckle there. You can see there it's got nice and flush. No markings. Oh, actually it does. It's got designed by Samsung in there. I don't know if you guys can see that, so it's pretty nice in there. Other than that, the glass feels very strong. Everything to fit. The back here has got the the new ECG, I believe the ECG, and then the fall sensor type. That's not activated on this yet, I believe, because it's not approved by FDA. So that's hopefully in the coming months that will be available. So hopefully that would work once they get that activated, probably in a software update or something, in the coming months. So that'd be nice to be able to activate that if you wanted to on your watch. Other than that, I really like it. It's got nice the OLED on this is very sharp, as you can see in there. Hopefully the video shows how sharp this is. It's very, very clear and sharp. Let me see if I can get that to focus in there for you guys. Everything is nice and quick and responsive. Lettering is very, very, very sharp. Like I said, it's got a 320 by I believe it's 340 by 340 screen resolution. Again, I'll put all the main specs on the video here. As you can see here, you can add your calendars and add more widgets. You can add your calendar. Go ahead and put that calendar. It's very, very responsive, as you can see there. There's no lag or anything. In the past I had some previous one. This is actually like a live wallpaper that it has on here, which is pretty nice. So you can have this wallpaper, and of course you can change different wallpapers or different watch themes. Let's go ahead and see. This is like kind of a custom type of watch face that you can add on there, and if you add a lot of photos, it kind of rotates, or you can click on them, and so that would just kind of just be on here. You can change them as it's going around, so that's pretty nice. So you can have a variety, don't have to have like just one picture, so it kind of rotates when you actually move. I'll show you guys right now. So just kind of just showing you guys. See how nice actually this watch face right here, see how bright it is. Actually this watch face on here, it looks very, very, very I gotta tell you guys, it kind of looks like if it's a real watch. It almost doesn't look like it's a digital type watch or at all in here. So that's pretty nice of it. Let's go take a look. I'll show you guys what it looks like, and then I'll compare it to some of the watches. Of course this is not my color, but just kind of will show you guys here. And again, that's just got that loop strap that goes underneath the band, which I like, because that way it doesn't just kind of loosen around. As you can see here, I'm kind of used to like the big watches, so I don't know, this looks kind of small. This is actually, now the Active 2 does come in two sizes, 40mm, and then this is actually a 44mm. So if you guys were looking to see, I don't think it has extra bands. I think it just comes one size on this. I don't see no other band. I should have looked in them. Of course, there's nothing in there. But yeah, that's how it fits. It fits nice. Actually, that's a little tight for me, but I'll leave it there for you guys. But that's how it looks, and it looks pretty nice. As you can see, the heart rate in there, it's working. It's doing its magic. It's very nice. The fit feels good. This band kind of looks a little small. That I like. I believe these are 22 or 20mm bands here, so if you wanted to pick up extra bands, you can do so. It's the watch fits nice and flush. It's not bulky. If you guys are kind of like a fan of a kind of low profile watch, even though it's got that little bump in the back in the bezel, it doesn't look too bumpy or high at all. Oh, let me show you guys one more thing too. So this, you can actually rotate the everything. It's all around here rather than having a in the past. I don't know if you guys remember, like the Frontier and the Galaxy Watch. It's got this dial that actually turns. So they eliminated that. I do like this way that you can rotate this, but I do actually like this better than the actual rotation bezel here. This one kind of feels, I have this for a while, feels a little sticky, so it's a little hard to turn. So I don't know if over the year or the time that would work, and on this it's not going to happen. So it's just kind of like a touch. Sorry guys, see how it just kind of easily go back and forth. And there's the watch face again, tell you the time. So that's very nice. If you guys were actually thinking about it, getting the Active 2, I do highly recommend it. Actually very nice. Like I said, very well built. It's solid. It's got the sensors here in the back. It's got the GPS, GLONASS as well. So that's nice. And let me compare it so you guys can see how big, or the bezels are on this compared to the let me see, I'm in trouble here with my focusing on the camera here for you guys. Let me see, oops, I'll get you guys here focused here. Okay, there you go. See, as you can see here, oops, let me go back here, let's go back to there, and you can see even though this is a lot bigger, the actual face, if you guys looked at it, this face itself actually looks bigger because it's got the bezel around it, which is the touch. It's not as big as this right here, so that kind of gives you that concept like it's much bigger. But actually, now that I'm looking at, I think even though this is, I believe, a 46, but they're counting the watch itself, but the inside diameter, I believe this actually almost looks bigger, or actually it might be the same size. So if you guys had a gear, the Frontier 3 or the Galaxy Watch, which is the newest one, which is you get the same display size, it looks like, and just a smaller diameter watch, like I was mentioning to you guys. And this actually has a 22 millimeter band, and like I was saying, this I believe is going to be 20 millimeters. Yep, 20 millimeter band. So you can just purchase 20 millimeter bands. So that's a quick look. Let me compare it to some other watches so you can see, just kind of give you the size. This is the LV, the latest LV watch. If you guys want to style, actually be styling and how do you say it, in luxury, that's the watch to get, because that's that's up in the higher price range. I'm testing that out. Well, I'm not, I'm just having my wife test that one out for a while. So she really likes this watch. It's very nice. And then here's a comparison to the Garmin, but also believe this is the Garmin, let me look at this box really quick. I believe that's the 42 millimeter. So this is a 42 millimeter watch, and you can see they're kind of almost the same, not the same size, but this is tiny bit bigger. Of course, this is a 44, so this is a 42, so that kind of gives you an idea. And then 46, and then if you want to go compare to a monstrous watch, this is the 51 millimeter. This is this Phoenix 6X Pro Solar. So there you go. It's in the app as well, but I found it here. If you guys want to do this, actually watch always on is off. So you want watch always on, you just click on that, and so that keeps the watch on at all times. So that way, if you want to just keep always like that display on, so that way it stays on all the time, it won't turn off on you. It's just kind of displays just like a regular watch would be. So that's pretty nice that it's a quick shortcut there. And then we'll go ahead and turn that, and then it should turn off after a few seconds here. But that's how it works. Let me go ahead and show you guys. Let me change those. Just kind of showing you on the watch faces, so you can set up on your phone And once you set it up, you can go to your watch faces, and you can add the, like I mentioned, all the pictures or anything you want. You can customize it, and you get up to 20 images that you can add on here. So what it does, it will rotate in there as well as you're going. So you get a, you know, minimalistics, trendy. So you get a variety of the health type watch faces, wallpaper type, which you have time focus, rings, featured watch faces. So you get a variety that you can have on there, and discover, back to home, oops, and watch faces here. So if you wanted to change it to that one, I have to download. So let's go to this one. So see, as you can see, it almost looks like it's glowing, but I'll go to show you guys on the let's go to the wallpaper, and then I'll go back to this one, and I'll show you guys. I don't have it set to always on, but you can set it. I won't strap it, but as you can see, once it turns off, and then if you go like move it, as you see, it changes to the next picture, and then another picture. So as you're, let's say you're working and then you wanted to see the time, so you kind of rotates, which is nice. It's kind of almost like a kind of like a picture frame that, you know, rotates your pictures, and see. So you can get different every time, up to 20 you can add on there. So that's very nice. I do like that. That's a nice little feature they have for that. So that's a good look at the Active 2 watch. Again, very nice. I'll put, you know, more information if you guys are interested. Solid build. It's not too heavy, but it's heavy enough to be considered a nice watch to wear. As I put it on, I didn't feel it too heavy compared to, let's say, this is much heavier, of course. Let's take a look at the Louis Vuitton. The Louis Vuitton is actually, yes, much heavier. The Garmin definitely is. Actually, the Garmin, yeah, the Garmin's a little bit heavier. This is the titanium. Believe it or not, this titanium is a little bit heavier than this. It's not that much heavier. And that's with the titanium band there, of course. So let's go ahead and, for example, if you guys wanted to do, let me do this. Call target.
Calling target. The Hemet Target store. We are now hiring. If you're interested,
as you can see here, it's coming in through the watch.
To talk to you. Please stay on the line to speak with a team
and you
member
can
for
see
more
here,
detail, or apply online
I have it connected, showing to the Galaxy. So if you had it on your hand,
press 1 to reach a specific department.
and then you
Press
can
2 to speak to someone in the pharmacy. Press 3.
raise up the volume and things like this, and then bring it back down.
Sorry, I didn't get that. For hours and location information, press 1.
You can see that's,
to reach a specific department, press 2.
go back.
To speak to someone in the pharmacy, press
It's got the
3.
little icon, and then hangs it up. So that's another thing that's nice about this, that you can also now be able to, you know, be able to answer calls, make the calls on the watch itself. With the Active, the first generation didn't have a speaker built in. That's another nice thing about that I like, and also being able to having, you know, the sound tones and everything that's coming out of this as well. So and also wanted to tell you guys the battery life on this one is much not much more, but it is, since it is a, you know, bigger battery, bigger size, so it does have a little bit extra battery. I'll put the amount of battery on there. So here we go. Let me see, theater mode. So it's got also other good things on here that you can switch on, night on. Let me turn that off. Touch and sensitivity. So you want to make it more sensitive, that's pretty nice. That you can also this is also another nice feature that I believe it should be on here on the top. Let's go here, where you can actually lock here. You see that water like kind of that water drop there. So what that does is it allows you to enable that. You hear that nice little tone. So what happens is, you know how when you're in you can take this in the water, so now when it's hitting here, it's not gonna basically start dialing out or doing any funky things, scrolling through all your contacts and things like that. So that's pretty nice, that you can, and then here you can just go ahead and that disables it. Shake it off, so it's telling you to shake off all the water, so it does that little quick vibration inside of it. I don't want to do a quick, this is not going to complete in-depth review, but it's just kind of an overall, see what you know the watch is all about, and in case you guys wanted to pick one up. I just kind of want to show you guys the build quality and just kind of the little basic stuff that it kind of has, you know, built in. And the new app, it's got a bunch of stuff in it. It's got the SOS again that you can push and hold the bottom button, and then you gotta be able to enable this on your phone, so that way you can have the SOS, because if you don't enable it, then you won't be able to do any SOS calls or anything at all on there. So as you can see, it pairs it and does all the nice features on there. Let's go ahead and do a Find Me Watch. So you can see here, it's doing the Find Me Watch. It's nice, loud. And disable that. So that's pretty nice. You know, they all have it. The active first one didn't have a speaker, so I think it would just vibrate. It wouldn't do much more than that. So those are, again, those are some kind of the features. And again, if you're using the app, as you can see, battery life 55%. It's got a 1 day and 59 minutes left of battery, connected via Bluetooth. The way it is at the notifications, just the way I have it set up right now, it's gonna kind of do those settings what it has right now. So that's, you know, pretty nice. Again, it's got good battery life. So again, there's just not an in-depth review, just kind of overall review of the watch itself.